Some mornings I'd make coffee and just stare at the quiet mess around me. Not disaster level, just little things left undone. A bag on the floor papers I meant to sort. But they added up. And without meaning to, I'd feel heavier, more irritable, too tired to even start. If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. Today, I'm sharing 6 decluttering methods that actually work for real busy life. No, pull everything out. Marathons, no guilt. These are things I've tested through messy seasons, and they've helped me feel calmer even with limited time. Let's start with the one that surprised me most, decluttering without making a mess. Start with those moments when you just want to tidy up a little, maybe the entryway table or the corner of your kitchen counter, but then you empty every drawer, pull down every bin, and suddenly it's a full-blown project. You thought you'd be done before the kids got home. But the laundry beeped, a work email popped up, someone needed a snack, and now there's a pile of random stuff in the hallway and your energy is gone. Here's a calmer way to declutter, especially if your life is full and interruptions are constant. Don't empty the space. Just handle one item at a time and deal with it on the spot. If it's expired, toss it. If it belongs in your bedroom, walk it there. If you haven't used it in a year, it goes in the donation box. No delay, no separate sorting step. I used this method last Tuesday during my daughter's nap. I didn't touch the whole pantry, just one small shelf. I found 3 open boxes of crackers, 2 empty spice jars, and a random pack of batteries. I tossed the trash, combined the duplicates, and walked the batteries to our junk drawer. It took 7 minutes. Nothing got left sitting out. And when she woke up, I didn't feel like I'd been interrupted. I felt done. If this sounds simple, that's the point. It works because it's realistic. And tomorrow I'll be sharing why your home never really feels clean, even when you spend all day tidying. There's a reason, and once you see it, everything shifts. But for today, let's look at the one mindset shift that helps you stop overthinking every single item. Next, have you ever started decluttering a space, only to get stuck halfway, unsure what to keep and what to toss? You hold up a random mug or a half-used planner and think, well, I might need this someday. And before you know it, you've spent an hour just moving things around. Here's the truth. Decluttering gets 10 times easier when you know what you're keeping the space for. Not what fits, not what was expensive, but what actually serves the kind of home you want to live in now. Before touching anything, pause and ask, what do I want this space to feel like, not look like, feel like? Calm, clear, easy to reset. Last month, I stood in front of our hallway console, the one that always collects sunglasses, paper scraps, chargers, and receipts. Instead of jumping straight into cleaning, I asked, if this little table could feel like something, what would it be? My answer surprised me. I want it to feel like a pause, not a dumping ground. So I kept a small tray for keys and removed everything else. Now when I walk in the door, it actually feels like the reset moment I was craving. Start here, not with your stuff, but with your intention. When you're clear on the purpose of a space, decisions become easier. And clutter stops being about guilt or waste and becomes about alignment. Next up, a tiny rule that quietly keeps clutter from sneaking back in. You finally clear a space, and for a few days it feels amazing. But then a birthday happens, a sale pops up, a new kitchen gadget or scented candle or pair of shoes makes its way in, and slowly, the clutter creeps back. Here's one habit that helped me keep things under control. Every time something new comes into the house, something old has to go. One in, one out. It doesn't need to be perfectly matched. Buy a new water bottle. Get rid of the one you haven't used in months, the one that leaks a little, but you kept just in case. Bring home a new set of dish towels. Donate the old ones that always feel damp or stained even when clean. Last month I bought a new black sweater, one that actually fits well and doesn't itch. Before I put it away, I opened my drawer and pulled out the stretched, faded one I'd been holding onto for 3 winters. No drama, no guilt, just a quiet switch. This habit works because it's small, quick, and easy to repeat. And over time, it protects the space you worked hard to clear. Now let's talk about a timing trick 1 that helps you declutter in short bursts without losing your energy or your weekend. Have you ever set out to finally tackle the whole kitchen? And 4 hours later, you're surrounded by half-sorted piles, too tired to finish and too frustrated to care. Decluttering doesn't have to be an all-day thing. In fact, the best progress I've made came from using this simple rhythm: 20 minutes on, 10 minutes off. That's it. Set a timer. Work for 20 minutes, a shelf, a drawer, whatever you can get through. Then stop, breathe, stretch, scroll your phone, make tea. Those 10 minutes aren't just a break. They reset your brain so you come back with more energy. I did this just last weekend in our bathroom. I gave myself 20 minutes to go through the cabinets, not to finish everything, just to start. I filled a small bag with empty bottles, expired sunscreen, and 5 hotel shampoo minis I hadn't touched in years. Then I stopped. 10 minutes later, I came back and tackled the medicine drawer. By the end of the hour, I'd done more than I thought possible and didn't feel burnt out. This method is gentle. It turns decluttering from a draining chore into a rhythm you can actually live with. Next, let's go even gentler, with a way to declutter that's so small and simple you can do it without a plan. Some days, even 20 minutes feels like too much. You're moving from task to task, and the idea of decluttering the bedroom feels laughable. But here's something that works when you've only got scraps of time and energy. Don't think in rooms. Think in zones. Tiny zones. 1 drawer, 1 shelf, 1 tote bag by the door. Whatever your eyes land on, that's enough. Last Thursday, I had 5 minutes before picking up my kids from school. I noticed the catch-all basket by the stairs, the one: random socks, receipts, keychains, a broken pen. Instead of walking past it again, I just sat down and did it. Threw out the trash, moved the socks to the laundry, put the keys back on the hook. It took 4 minutes. No mess, no drama. And the stairs looked instantly calmer. These tiny resets matter. They don't feel impressive, but they add up, and they shift the energy of your space without draining you. Next, let's zoom out for a moment and talk about how to choose the right decluttering method based on your life, not someone else's system. We've all seen the decluttering shows, the before and after photos, the color-coded closets. But if you've ever tried one of those methods and felt like a failure halfway through, you're not alone. The truth is, not every system fits every season. Before you try to copy someone else's method, pause and ask yourself 3 simple questions. What really matters to me right now? Peace, simplicity, being able to find things quickly. What season of life am I in? Do you have toddlers? A demanding job? Chronic fatigue? Be honest, not harsh, just honest. What do I want this home to feel like? Not look like for guests, but feel like for you. Safe light, easy to manage. A few years ago, I tried the take everything out method from a popular book back when I had a newborn and a toddler. Within 10 minutes, my living room was covered in piles. Then someone had a diaper blowout. Then it was nap time. I ended up shoving everything into laundry baskets and hiding them behind the couch. I didn't feel transformed. I felt defeated. Now I choose methods based on my bandwidth, not based on someone else's Instagram feed. Some days I have 5 minutes. Some days I don't want to make any mess at all. That's okay. Decluttering isn't a race, it's a rhythm. Let's wrap this up with a few reminders to carry with you when motivation runs low. Next, I used to try to declutter the kitchen or clean the whole living room, and it always felt like too much. I'd get halfway through only to realize the same types of stuff were scattered all over the house. A few water bottles in the kitchen, a few in the car, one in a gym bag. One day, I tried something different. I just focused on one type of item: water bottles. I walked around the house and gathered all of them. I ended up with 11. 2 were cracked, 1 leaked a few we hadn't used in years. I kept 4 we actually use and let the rest go. It took maybe 15 minutes. And now we're not digging around every morning looking for a lid that fits. Decluttering by category makes it easier to see what you really have and what you no longer need. Next. There was a time I kept almost every birthday card, every note from a friend, every little keepsake from when my kids were small. I had a whole box in the closet, but honestly, I never opened it. It just sat there, taking up space. Now I do it differently. I keep a few truly meaningful things, the ones that instantly bring a smile or a memory. The rest, I take a photo and write a short note in a little memory journal I keep. For example, I had a homemade card my son gave me when he was 5. It had stick figures and a crayon heart. That one I kept. But the dozens of others that didn't really hold meaning anymore, I took pictures and let them go. You don't have to keep everything to honor the memories. Sometimes letting go makes more room to actually feel them. For years, I kept things I thought I'd use someday. Clothes that didn't fit but maybe would. A juicer I thought I'd use if I became healthier. Craft supplies for when I had more time. But every time I saw those things, I didn't feel inspired. I felt guilty. One day, I asked myself a new question. Does this serve the life I'm living right now? That juicer, I had used it twice in 3 years. Cleaning it was a whole chore in itself. So I sold it and bought a nice water bottle I actually use daily. I let go of the fantasy version of myself and started making space for the real one. You're allowed to live a good life now, not wait until you're better or more organized someday. No matter how hard I tried to stay tidy, stuff always ended up on the same surfaces: the entryway table, the nightstand, the kitchen counter. At first, I kept trying to fight it. Then I thought, what if I just worked with it? So I put a small tray by the front door, just big enough for our keys, a pair of sunglasses, and maybe a receipt or 2. Now, when we come in the door, there's a place to drop things. And once a week, I reset the tray toss, what's not needed, and wipe it clean. Because it's small, it never turns into a mess. Giving clutter a home, even a small one, helps you stay in control without needing constant effort. You don't need to declutter your whole home this weekend. You don't need perfect drawers, matching bins, or a label maker. You just need one small shift, one bag out the door, one corner cleared, one moment where you chose peace over pressure. If all you did today was look around with fresh eyes, that's enough. Because the more you notice, the more you'll know where to start. And the more you start, the lighter everything feels. Which method felt right for you? Let me know in the comments or just say hi. I'd love to hear what life looks like in your home right now. And if this video helped ease that, where do I even begin feeling? Go ahead and subscribe. Tomorrow's video is all about why your home never stays clean even when you're constantly tidying. There's one overlooked reason, and once you see it, everything shifts. See you there. You're doing better than you think.